model I was talking about?
I want 600 pair of shoes and 1,200 pair of socks. And anything else you've been holding out on us. Piece of rat filth.
Well, I'd love to help you, Colonel, but we just don't have any.
Not for niggers, you don't.
I got shoes, you got shoes.
During the American Civil War, the slave soldiers recruited into the Union Army were not given battle shoes at first. Since ancient days, the ability to wear shoes distinguished the free from the slave. Jan Matzeliger, born to a slave mother in 1852, ended this by inventing a shoe-lasting machine.
Lord of heaven, while I walk all over God's heaven.
The American Civil War created a huge market for immediate mass production of battle shoes, and mechanization became a must. To meet this demand, several inventions such as Singer's sewing machine and Goodyear's rubber got adapted into the mechanization of shoemaking. Hundreds of immigrants were hired and millions of dollars were invested in shoe production and innovations. The Civil War high demand created a low-quality shoe market. However, once the war was over, the civilian market demanded high-quality handmade shoes. As the shoemaking mechanization tried to meet this new demand, it came to a major roadblock. No shoemaking machine could compete with hand assembling the upper part of the shoe with the bottom sole. After $450,000 spent on dozens of lasting machine inventions, no solution could be found. So as the factory finished creating all the shoe parts, it had to depend on a small group of cobblers called lasters to hand finish them. So the factory could machine 700 shoe sets, but the hand lasters could only finish 50 of them per day. Then in 1883, Jan Matzeliger patented his lasting machine, and that solved the problem. Jan Matzeliger migrated to Lynn, Massachusetts, the capital of shoemaking, from Suriname, a Dutch colony. He was born from a native slave mother and a Dutch father. Working at the shoe shop, Jan was determined to invent a shoe lasting machine based on the observations of the hand movements of shoe lasters. However, he was persecuted since the shoe lasters did not want a machine to replace them. Jan began experimenting on his own invention with scrap materials in his cold, dark room. He worked 10 hours a day and went to English class and studied physics and mathematics on his own. Finally, in order to finance a working prototype of his lasting machine invention, he had to sell the major part of his company's shares to Sidney W. Winslow. Winslow adapted Jan's invention into his shoemaking company and later into the United Shoe Machinery. The corporation hired thousands of immigrants like Jan. From then on, using Jan's invention, shoes could go through the lasting process within 1 minute versus the 3 hours. So factories, instead of being able to produce only 50 shoes a day, they could finish 700. This brought the price of shoes down to half. Now all Americans could purchase shoes. Shoes were no longer a symbol of social status or class.